So welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and we're going into the Golden Age again. This is More Fun Comics number 71, starring Dr. Fate. So I think maybe he's kind of pushed Spectre to the side at this point. There seem to be more covers with Dr. Fate than with Spectre. This one was published in September 1941, and it's called The Great Drought. So we open in Arizona with this cowboy. He says, if it wasn't too silly for words to think the sun has sure stopped moving across the sky. My pony collapsed. This sure is serious. Now I know the sun ain't moved for hours. This stream of water dried up. Just this morning I passed it and it was running full to overflowing. Say, what's happening around these parts? So this is not his imagination. The sun has stopped moving. And scientists are very concerned, obviously, and so are the average citizen. Dr. Fate says, if this keeps up, all the water in America will dry up. The country will be one huge desert. I've got to learn what is causing this. Perhaps the sensitive instruments will tell me. And so reservoirs are drying up, and children are getting thirsty. So Dr. Fate uses his equipment. Well, Inza tells him, you gotta save the children. That instrument has pointed steadily southwestward. But Fate, those children, I'll fly southwest and find out. No. First you've got to help these children. Please, you've got to. The cause can wait. So Dr. Fate decides, okay, Inza. And he uses these huge globes and creates a rainstorm. And so the sun starts setting, and people thank him for... Well, Inza says the globes must have done it, and Dr. Fate says, no, it couldn't be them. There must be another explanation, because the globes were there to create rain but not get the sun moving again. Well, I mean, it's not the sun moving. The earth is not revolving. My experiment has worked. I have made the earth stand still. The world refused the genius of Adam Igorovich, but it can refuse me no longer, Nikolai. So he wants to go out and basically blackmail the world, and they seem not to be falling in line. So he wants to leave. Dr. Fate wants to leave Inza when he goes out to face this fellow, but Inza wants him to come along. So tends to be his one weakness. But Inza is very helpful. I have not heard from the world rulers. That means I must teach them a lesson. Is the sun power all prepared? The machine is ready. So he starts to do something even worse, which is pull the earth towards the sun. And so things start really going badly. The river is giving off steam and the heat is terrific. I'm about to pass out. So he says that even on the mountain peak, the warmth increases. What must it be like in the valley and the deserts and the cities of concrete and steel? What has happened? The machine can also be shot into high gear so that it is used as a magnet to pull the earth closer to the sun. Thus, the sun rays are maddeningly hot. And it looks like this time the world is kind of like, okay, he wins. Of what use to urge philosophical talk against such heat? He wins, we lose, this is all. And other world leaders feel the same. So Dr. Fate is able to track down Igorovich. There's a queer building in the middle of the desert. I wonder if that's where the heat waves begin. I must learn. So he goes inside and finds Igorovich, who sends a couple of thugs after him. I could blast all of you to bits, but I like a good fight as well as the next fellow. So he starts punching him around. And Igorovich spots Inza, so he goes out. And he says, I am Adam Igorovich. Your friend is being entertained by some of my servants. Come in. You know, Doc, I know you like punching people out, but you're kind of wasting time. So, in fact, I can't imagine why it would take him so long that Igorovich would have enough time to do that, but he is done. He has knocked out those two fellows, but Igorovich hits him. My sun power ray bulb will blast you to less than atoms. Farewell, Dr. Fate. And so Dr. Fate fades away. Uh, he's gone. But she hears a voice in her head, do whatever he tells you. So he wants her to work with him. She's going to go out and she's going to collect the money. And I guess they'll both be rich. You will be that person. You will be wealthy, famous as my aide. I'll do it. What's my first job? So she's supposed to go out. And so Dr. Fate explains how he survived. I just merged the atoms of my body with the power that passed through me and became invisible. So I guess it didn't destroy him. It just passed right through him, and then he went invisible. Go into town, telegraph the U.S. Air Base, tell them what you know of Igorovich. Leave the rest to me. So he busts in. You aren't dead? No, I am alive. Because Dr. Fate is invincible. Ow! When I get through with you, you won't be so high and mighty. I wanted to do this for a long time, killing helpless women and children to satisfy your vanity. Oh, he's getting knocked around. So I guess he must just drop Igorovich because the thugs are back again for a little bit more. Your master will be lonesome if we don't include him in this little party. So Igorovich decides, I'll blow myself up, myself and that Dr. Fate to Kingdom Come. But Dr. Fate was a little faster than he expected. He recovered consciousness and decided to blow us all up. But here comes the army, but Igorovich has done their job for them. Come on, Inza. You're going home again. The danger's all over. Say, was this just an idea to meet your boyfriend? Probably. Probably Dr. Fate could tell you if he could. If he would. Now, this is the first time there's been any implication that they are more than just co-workers. And she seems to be like, I don't know. That building we came to bomb has been destroyed. Sure it has. That guy was Dr. Fate. Whee! So unfortunately, this is the final story with Dr. Fate with the full helmet. We will be going into Dr. Fate with the half helmet, where he is significantly depowered. Now, I would say that they are not related, even though later in the 80s, Roy Thomas retconned it, so saying that the reason Dr. Fate became so less powerful was because of the change of helmet, but they were just reinventing the character, and unfortunately, he became way, way less interesting and stupid. So this is the final story that I would say is one of the good ones from the Golden Age. So we'll see how these are, but I don't remember them being very good. So that is More Fun Comics number 71, The Great Drought.